Students, you are quite welcome to our classroom. So we have to discuss about the textbook ZEITGEIST, that is the second SEM of BA, BC, BCom and BBA students under Calicut University. The chapter's name is Preamble to the Constitution of India. What do you mean by preamble? Preamble is nothing but preface. That is, the preamble of India is totally different from the preamble of other countries in this world. It is elaborate, and the main reason behind it is that it gives a brief view of who made the Constitution. What is its source and what are the sanctions behind it? What is the nature of the polity which is sought to be established by the Constitution, and what are its goals and objectives? The preamble does not grant any power, but it gives direction and purpose to the Constitution. It outlines the objective of the whole Constitution. The preamble contains the fundamental of Constitution. As regard the nature of the Indian polity, the preamble to the Constitution declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The term sovereign denotes that India is subject to no external authority and that the state has power to legislate on any subject in conformity with the constitutional limitations. The term democratic signifies that India has a responsible and parliamentary form of government which is accountable to an elected legislature. The Supreme Court has declared democracy as the basic feature of the Constitution. The term republic denotes that the head of the state is not a hereditary monarch but an elected functionary. As to the grand objectives and the socio-economic goals, the achieving of which the Indian polity has been established, these are stated in the preamble. These are so secure all its citizens, social, economic and political justice, liberty of thought, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them fraternity so as to secure dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation. So, in connection with this, we have to explain the salient features of the preamble of the Constitution of India. The term, once again, we can say that the term preamble refers to the introduction or a preface to the Constitution. The significance of the preamble lies in its components. It embodies the source of the Constitution, that is the people of India. The terms sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic in the preamble suggest the nature of the state. The ideals of justice, liberty, equality and fraternity reflect the objectives of the Constitution. It also contains November 26, 1949 as the date of adoption of the Indian Constitution. The philosophy of the Indian Constitution is reflected in the preamble that we have to examine, observe. The independence of India earned through struggle for independence is sought to be emphasized by the use of the word sovereign in the preamble. That is why it is added sovereign. The Gandhian ideals are aimed to be secured by the incorporation of the word socialist in the preamble by the 42nd Amendment. The same amendment inserted the word secular to reflect the secular nature of Indian society. The word republic in the preamble indicates that India has an elected head, though indirectly elected. The Indian president is the choice of the people of India. These values are further strengthened by the word democratic in the preamble. To emphasize these values, the Constitution frames have resorted to the use of the concepts like justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Social, economic, and political justice are to be secured through the provisions of fundamental rights. So, liberty is guaranteed to the individuals through the provisions of fundamental rights, which are enforceable in the court of law. The unity and integrity of the nation is sought to be secured by the use of the word fraternity, the preamble, and with provisions of fundamental duties and single citizenship in the Constitution. The use of these words in the preamble shows that it embodies the basic philosophy and fundamental values on which the Constitution is based. It very well reflects the dreams and aspirations of the founding fathers of the Constitution. The claim that Constitution is derived from the people is justified because of its broad-based popular acceptance ever since it came into force. The very first sentence of the preamble declares India to be a sovereign socialist democratic republic. The term sovereign implies that India is internally supreme and externally free. State authority of India is supreme over all men and their associations within India's territorial boundary. This is India's internal sovereignty. The terms socialist and secular were added to the preamble by 42nd Amendment in 1976. Don't forget the year. That is the 42nd Amendment in 1976. Secularism is a glaring necessity in India's socio-political context. Inhabited by people of all faiths, it is imperative that India does not accept any religion as the state religion. India's secularism ensures that religious minorities do not suffer from a sense of inferiority, as do the minority communities in Pakistan or Bangladesh. The terms democratic and republic in the preamble are very important. India's aim is to build up not only a democratic political system, but also a democratic social system. So, India joined the Commonwealth by her free will. In India, popular elections give legitimacy to our rulers. A system is republican, where no office of the state is held on the basis of hereditary perspectives rights. In India, every office of the state, from the highest to the lowest, is open to every citizen. Any citizen may occupy any office on the basis of merit. Thus, we can say that headship of the state is not hereditary as in England, nor is it based on military power as in dictatorial regimes. To build up an ideal democracy, the preamble emphasizes justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity as political ideals. These ideals listed in the preamble are, according to Professor Barker, the quintessence of Western democracy. The ideal of justice implies a system where individuals can realize their full potentialities. In the view of our founding fathers, it is not enough that there is a potential or legal justice. Political and legal justice is a myth unless accompanied by social and economic justice. Social justice implies that all social discrimination, like caste differentiation, must be ended. Economic justice implies that economic exploitation should be ended. However, social and economic justice still remain unrealized dreams. The ideal of liberty aims at ensuring these freedoms which make men really free. Liberty to be meaningful must mean liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. The idea of equality is aimed at removing discriminations between citizens. This is particularly important in the Indian society, vitiated by caste system and untouchability. But here again, one should remember that equality in the social arena is bound to be empty unless accompanied by economic quality. Finally, fraternity is an ideal is sought to be fostered to ensure the dignity of the individual and unity of the nation. One should, however, note that a fraternal feeling among Indians would grow only in proportion to the realization of the ideals of justice, liberty, and equality. It's okay. Thank you for listening.